What is it? Let me straighten the camera out. Everything's out of order. I don't like everything I see. It bothers me. It's not in the right place. You know, when you walk into your house 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, the way, the species of the woman is home, taking care of all the meticulous stuff. Taking care. She's got a baby on one side. On the other side, she got the dishes she's doing in the kitchen. She's got her napkin to wipe things up. She's got her clothing because she's folding it. She just finished it in the wash. She's putting it away so she can put the baby to sleep and then clean the floors and finish off the dishes. Talk about meticulous. I'm just talking about simple things. My stuff is ABC. This is what men like to do. What's easy. What they can lean back and do absolutely nothing unless they're trying to impress with their mouth, with their knowledge, with their strength, with their intelligence. In all of these things, there's one intelligence, and that's the patience to think, to balance and weigh out what I should do next, other than what we can call the Nirishkeit. Doesn't matter this, doesn't matter that. I'll never think. Nothing has any meaning. Meaning it's not a Persian, it's Nirishkeit. It's a Jewish word. I use some Jewish words. In fact, I make up my own definitions. Yes, Webster, we're in competition. I've got 3 up on you. Because everything else you've shared, you've defined it for the people. And now I've got words that are up on you. Robert, is it Robert Grant? Robert Edward Robert Grant? He says it just right. Absolutely. See, I don't have to do what I'm doing anymore. Just what I've put together from what I'm doing for what Robert Grant is already doing, putting it together, what Madame Curie, Carré, Diamond, Zermatt, saying 2-to-1 on Mercury. Why is Mercury 2-to-1? Because Carré could have been the diamond date. What do you say? In fact, I got 5, 6, 7. Look at that. I got a natural state. I got a natural straight. What is it to be in the natural state or in a natural straight? I brought up all these things about the mental. I separated the women from the men. Imagine if you were coming here and you were born like your eyes can see, or everything is inverted. So if you're a man, you're a woman. If you're all man, you're mostly all woman. If you're full of it, you know what I'm saying? The women are men, the men are women. They came here psychologically. We've been altered. We got the right body right. The chemicals went together. Sperm met the egg, swam in there, and looked for the first egg to spawn. Look for the first egg to spawn. Mayan End Time Prophecy 12/12/21. This page is about 14 years old. 1111 Progress Group. This book is about 2008 and before. Unmentioned Man Zion, world #1, or another case of the advanced status. You will resume your intellectual training and spiritual development at the exact level whereon were mansion worlds. Mortal man gains absolutely nothing aside from experience and the fact of survival. You begin over there, right where you leave off down here. I want to put a face to the video and tell you that if there was anybody asking me, how do you see this world? I see it exactly that way. Fleshy, robotic, AI. At what point are you human logically thinking? Are you a man or a woman? The woman goes out to work, and it's a whole transition from being on one side to the other side. It's a stretch. Is there anything wrong? Have you ever seen a scientific experiment where something was wrong. What's right, what's wrong is all written in the notes. Look what happened when we did this. Look what happened when we did that. And you write the notes so the next people who do it at a different temperature or a different technique might come out with a result different from your own. So what is the definition of a word? A mathematical equation. I'm going to maybe pull some of these paper out. The Messianic world, the non-evangelists, all these are, I didn't read them all. The angels' names of Adam and Lilith and Sachel and Shemel and Rimmel and Gehel and Ifrael and Sandalphariel and Materiel and Sakiel and Eril and Liel and Bardel and Ziral and Armel and Marmel and Tamis and Liam and angels of titles and medias and references. And the reason I say it this way is because logic tells me if you're going to riddle and rhyme to the children of time, the orphan children born of the moon, the energy, the holder of all that is gravity, because they pulled the oceans with the salt. And when the ocean is pulled, we implode. We implode. It's only logical that we implode and we are sucked to the earth. What does not get sucked, the screening that is shot all the way around, whichever genetics they use, the screening, while we've been sucked to the, and I fall this way. And the reason the cat flips back upside down, and for the same reason, 90% of the time when I drop my glasses, they end up landing this way at the end. Rarely do you ever see them this way. They're always ending up this way. They may land like this and fall like this. Sometimes they'll just flip over. The dice cube. I've got so many things to say, and I say them quick, because without the riddle of the rhyme, it won't feel natural that it fits together or it's two pieces coming together. If I riddle off any two words now, tell me something about 1, 2, 3. Look at the honeybees coming for you. 5 in the beehive, alive, I'm coming for you. I am the center of all. I am the one missing chip surrounded by 8 voids, because I can show you 6 over here where the 2 voids are not over here, but in the center I don't count because it's right over there. So what do I get? Sometimes, most of the time, or all of the time. And what is actually missing? Well, inside of here, 2 is missing because of 1, which it all comes together in 3 opposite of 4. Telling the story of Earth, 5, or the house of the house. And inside the house, we have, that's right, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 512 memory. But we don't have 1. We have more than 1. We're not prime. Are we prime? What does it mean to be prime? How come I'm prime? What number am I me? What number is me that I'm prime? I'm primed up because I absolutely know I'm onto something. Guaranteed. And I know it because I'm using my logics. Unless, hold on a second, I don't see the men with white coats yet. And even if they come with white coats, because they don't see my hypothesis, where is it a hypothesis? Or I wish I knew the word. I have to figure out that word. It's absolutely true. I have made a discovery, okay, and I have explained the logic of where Y1, opposite of 6, still missing 2 spaces. 6 and 2 and 1. First I had 512 memory. Now I have 612. Alpha, beta, creation, F, B and F. It's logical to know that if you're a pianist, you should know that on the B to the right and the F to the right, if I got this right, was it to the left of the B or the right of the B? But irrelevant, that C is creation center C, the 24th key. But to the right of B and F, there's no black keys. 2 black keys and 3 black keys and 2 black keys and 3 black keys and 2 black keys and 3 black keys and 2 black keys and 1 black key. And you know, there's never 1 black key around. It's 2 black keys and 3 black keys. But how many whiteys? How many whiteys that are not next to a black key? So just what's in the games, in the shapes, imploding, exploding, imploding, Can it be the imploding star where two stars come together and all you get is the diamond shape in the center? If you can capture the light from the two sides, you know what I'm saying? You shoot out the light from two different places and you capture that light from the two and you put a V on it. You know, like V, like 55, like Roman numeral 5, like V, the 22nd letter of the alphabet, and reverse is the E, the 5th letter. 5-4 is that sun. So they've connected the rays of the sun is what the diamond card is now telling me, because to expand from one area, I'm a house. To expand from another area, I'm a house. Now you capture the light in the center, you put a ring around it, and you hold that. Well, if one of the two suns fall, obviously it falls. But imagine if those suns were not really suns, but they were so bright and it was a projection of energy, a projection of mass energy, intelligent A and I energy that came into and created the nature of the planet throughout the solar system and universe, pieces and rocks from different planets, whether it came from Saturn, whether it came from Uranus, whether it came from Neptune, whether it came from Mercury, whether it's part of Venus, the speaker, the father and the mother, Venus and Mercury, which is the son of Pluto, and Neptune in the heavens of Neptune, because we're in the water world. It's only the logic, whether the definitions that has already been put out there by the creators and those who have gained the greatest prizes. Why is Libra Libra? Who called it Libra? You won the prize. It's you. You created the word Libra. This is the Libra star, and this is the Libra zodiac, and this is when it happens. Is that true? If I look in the newspaper right now, will I find it? Somebody created it, not me? Well, I'm just taking your logic and your words and just putting it into position, saying, okay, this is Libra logic. Okay, that's fine. Something to do with Virgo and Venus for freedom. Mercury, it seems, and Saturn, MS, it seems like you're trying to, I don't know. But Diamond keeps them together, no? There could be more to the story. Letter R. Just missing that part of the Q. These are all letters talking to each other. This was the H, but I took the ears off, the bunny ears, or I can put the bunny ears back on, right? I got bunny ears. You know, Donald Duck and Bugs Bunny come together in these two letters just by moving the lines. And by moving the lines, depending on which angle you're going to go, you can have the geometric shapes or part of the geometric shapes, because everything is a part of. Have you ever seen a string? Have you ever seen go around in a circle? It's two separate ends. I just want to round in a circle. And even if I ran around in a circle, I'm not the whole circle, but my energy has traveled through the whole circle and overlapped. Otherwise, it would never end. That's why you finish over the finish line, to drag that energy over the finish line, and that is complete. A and I, logical reality, and why we're here on this planet. Now, I'm making this longer than it has to be. Just in case, Jamie, you're still here. Just a line, a bubble, a line, a bubble. You stick a mouth in. You know how to make a mouth? You take Bugs Bunny, so what I did over here is I just tilted the line. Instead of making an L letter, I tilted it back. You know, you lie down to sleep, and I could have put these two in. This is one halfway. This can also be at the same time if I shove an I over here, and you know, and I can just have this as a mouth instead of what it was. And if I put an I over here, or maybe you can show like its ears. That's a little train, the big mustache of the train. Here there are two lovers. So what we're going to get onto right now is where I was looking for before. Here it is. This is it, my friends. This is how my project began. For those of you who are still here, I'm off of that ranting with the truth. I lost my position. It's too much to show. I went off guard. So hard to do the laundry. I got to go back into the room and do it. So what I want to show over here, can I get this straight here? DBZ, Dragon Ball Z, Another Dimension. You know, I shot these, if you know anything, Dragon Ball Z, support. Hill tests, formula test, the return of the SIG test, signal testing system, Sigmund Freud, Darwin, Spawn. This might be a story to you, but we are the fleshy robotics. Just look what I look like now. Look what I look like then. Look what I look like now. How can I move the organisms of the planet Earth? How can I be the organisms of the planet Earth if God has not created the human yet? So, pieces and particles of wherever and however we were created through time is so mind-boggling, it drove me nuts. Do you feel like a chain store practically floored? One of many zeros kicked around and bored the hole into the sky? Your ears are full, but you're empty, holding out your heart to people who really never care how you are. So give me a coffee and TV and history. I've seen so much I'm going blind, I'm brain dead virtually and socially. It's hard enough for me, take me away from this big bad world and agree to marry me so we can start all over again. And just after that, I called my ex-wife up. This is exactly how I was thinking at that period of time when I got the signal of 7286. Dragon Ball Z 7286. So then it goes on. I don't know if I have any more pages on this over here. Then it's just got some stories. 2003, Dark Venom. Then it's got all these codes down over here. There's a whole bunch of codes in here. It's gonna say a word every now and then. Here, I am wasted away. I made a million mistakes. Am I too late? There's a storm in my head. It rains on my bed. When you're not here, I'm not afraid of dying, but when I'm afraid of losing you. So all these things are just something that happened at the beginning of all these poems that come out here. If you can look it up, doesn't show the full number, eh? Dragon Ball Z, Another Dimension. Try and find out if that still exists. I'm going to look for it myself. In fact, I'm going to look for it right now. Hold on. Dragon Ball Z, Another Dimension. So that's sing and I'll sing with you. My arms are open wide, for life seems as come to me as a friend. Maybe I'm a dreamer, but tell me, is that wrong? I wake up knowing that my dreams are showing who I am. I need hope and faith in you. This is just stuff. I think I'm going to cut this all out. This is, you are my first love, the earth moving under me, bedroom scent, beauty ardent, distant shiver, heaven sent. I don't know what I got this. So this is, who is David Navarro? Armageddon. Armageddon, Hollywood. Everything in life has already, oh no, I'm just stopping too long.